My future plans. Wow. Where do I start?
Very curious.
Oh, I can't escape. I'm trapped and there is no safe place to go. And I do regret the things I did, but how on earth could I know? Here I go, hey, here I go, catch me, I'm falling deep. Here I go,
Here I go.
here I go, catch me, I'm falling,
There's no way
falling.
out here trying to escape. Concentrate your mind, cause might just break into half. Break down fast, I keep my face straight, no need to laugh. I did some right, I did some wrong. I regret these things, but I gotta stay strong. Feel depressed now, don't you know? Catch me, cause falling deep down below.
Oh, I can't escape, I'm trapped and there is no safe place to go. And I do
Yes, people, we're
regret
recording
the
live from the beautiful house from Kim here in Breda, the Netherlands. And Kim, we came up with something nice. You know, we both wrote some words on a piece of papers. And we both just grabbed one. And then if you see the word, you're just going to talk about what you feel with this kind of word.
Perfect.
It looks nice.
Nice.
So ladies first, Kim, you can grab your
Ooh,
note.
Okay. Oh, so we're gonna start right
Yeah.
away. Okay. I'm gonna take this one. How did you combine personal life with touring? Woo. How did I combine personal life with touring? Well, actually, there wasn't a big change for me. I mean, in the weekends, I was
The diva.
the performer. And in the weekdays, I really tried to just be me. You know, also in the weekends, I was still myself. But in the weekdays, I really focused on grounding. I really focused on my daily activities and my routines, going to the forest, get some peace and like reload before I would go back on stage in the weekend, because were intense times, of course, you know. We are away for a couple of days, but these days you give so much energy. So I always made sure that when I came back at home, I was peaceful and relaxed and just did my thing like I always did. So it wasn't that hard. It wasn't that hard for me. It was a beautiful combination of rest, but also the rested introvert, and then in the weekends I was the outgoing extrovert. So that is, for me as a Gemini, the perfect combination.
Yeah, nice balance in life.
Yes,
For
exactly.
sure,
Yeah.
for sure. Well, how I combine going on tour and my personal life. Don't know if everybody knows, I got 3 kids. My son is 25, my daughter is just 17, and my youngest son is 8. They are really used to it already that daddy is always away for the weekend.
Yeah.
So it was nothing new for them. And for me, it was the same thing. I mean, normally I'm quite easygoing. You know, when I'm back at the house, I love to cook, of course. Love to prepare things in the house with my kids, do some nice stuff, play football, or listen to some music, or watch a nice movie. And the weekend, you know, normally you can say during the week I was Raymond, which is my real name. And in the weekend I was Ray, the artist.
Yeah, yeah.
So also a nice balance, and it just gives you, the finer things in life, because I love to be a daddy and to be a house father, but I also love to be on stage, perform for everybody around the world, which gives me a lot of kick. And, you know, I'm getting older also, so normally after the week I needed like 1 or 2 days just to recover a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, because of course we always had a little nice party after the show with the crew. And so always, again, also nice to be back home, you know, after the weekend traveling, because, you know, it's a lot of work to be done. It's not only the 40 minutes on stage. It's the
definitely
preparation. It's like sometimes you do interviews, you meet with the fans somewhere. And so it's a day job. Normally people work from 9 to 5, but I think the weekend that we on tour, we put so much energy in it that is almost the same kind of hard work that you need to do. A lot of people always think like, he's on stage, they're on stage for 40 minutes, but everything around with the traveling and just making sure the show will be good. takes a lot of energy and effort,
Yeah.
but I love this pressure, and I'm glad that I'm still doing it after 30 years already.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think a lot of I noticed that in my surroundings, people always think that it's so easy. It's like, oh, you just sit in a plane, you go there, and you have your nice dinner, and you have a show. But it's so much more than that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we're giving a lot of energy, we're also receiving a lot of energy. But it's
sure.
also like what you say. That weekend is like the 40-hour work week.
Yeah.
If
for
you
sure.
compare it
For sure.
energy wise. So I totally, yeah, I had the same as you.
Yeah.
Are you Gemini? No,
I'm-
just kidding.
No, I'm a Cancer.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. No, but it's a perfect balance, right?
for
It's
sure, for
the
sure.
rest and the play.
Yeah. I wouldn't do anything else in this life. I mean, maybe later on I will be a cook again, opening a restaurant somewhere in Spain. But
Wow.
for now, still do some shows. And while it's still fun to do, and hopefully I can still do it for at least 5 years. So
Yeah.
let's see.
Yeah, let's hope so. Okay, your turn.
All right, so I'm gonna grab one note. Let me see what's on it. Future plans.
Future plans.
Well, future plans. You guys all know that Kim chose a different way in life, which I'm still sad about. But I respect her decision in this one. Future plans for me, for sure. I'm going to continue with 2 Unlimited. Also because we got a 30-year anniversary this year, which next year we really want to celebrate and do a big tour with more fireworks, more dances, more bling, more of everything. So I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be a lot of work because it's going to be a big tour all around the world. And as I mentioned before, my future plan is to open my own restaurant in Spain, where I will continue. I'm going to live there later on because that's really my second best place in the world to go. And and then maybe when I'm towards 60, which is still far away. I'm only 50 now. Then I will have my restaurants. I got my kids working. My wife is in the background doing her thing. And so that's the future plans for me.
Okay, first question. Am I going to be invited to your
Oh,
restaurant?
you're going to be invited because you got to sing there for the opening.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I'm going to keep that in mind.
Yeah, for sure. And everybody, when the beach club will open and you want to see Kim again perform, maybe she will perform before. You never know what the future brings, but she's going to tell you about this herself. And you're all invited to come. I will let you know.
It's going to be a fun time.
Oh, for sure.
My future plans. Wow. Where do I start?
Very curious.
Well, to be honest, in this moment right now, I'm in a in-between space. I just left 2 Unlimited and I don't have a steady direction in where I'm headed. A lot of times in this society, people really want to hold on to the next thing and want to know what the next thing is. And I'm not there yet. And I feel totally relaxed. For the first time in my life, I feel totally relaxed with the fact that I'm not sure yet. I have my ideas, but if I can say, or if I can speak in general terms, I know that it's going to be more of me. It's going to be creative. It's going to be with lots of traveling because that is something that, I just love traveling. And that's all I can actually say about it now. It's just going to be me. It's just going to be creative. It's just going to be a lot of traveling. I love to explore. I love to meet new people. I just love to get inspired by my surroundings, and traveling is really helping me with that. Sure. And if I can say one thing about the future further away, so when I'm a little bit older, I would definitely see myself have like an animal sanctuary where I can raise pigs and goats and have 20 dogs walking around. So that is something that I would definitely see later in life. And one other big wish of me is also something with traveling, but is traveling around with a van.
Oh, okay.
It's like van life, like hippie vibes, van life, just riding from coast to coast and waking up
in a different place
different place, somewhere in a mountain. And the other day I'm cooking my dinner on a cliff. And, I think that is something that makes me really happy and passionate when I think about it. So it's gonna be a combination of these things, but let's see, because we don't know what's gonna happen, you know. And
there's one thing I don't hear. You don't have any still wishes to maybe record some music? I mean, you're one of the greatest singers I ever worked with, so I would even produce you, but you know, because I still think that you should do something with this, but maybe it's not in your in your planning, or I mean, maybe you want to write some songs, record something, or like a solo artist.
Well, you know, I it's actually funny that you say that I didn't mention this, because it's, you know, music and singing is also a part of my identity, definitely. But because I still don't know what I actually want in general, it's gonna be a combination of all sorts of things. I love to write.
Yeah.
I love to write personal stories. That is what I really love to write. And I also notice that I'm shifting into writing music.
Okay.
But I still have to make some steps before I can really say, oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. But I just know for sure that writing and music and singing will definitely be a part of my future in any way whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it's not really, I'm not saying that, oh, I'm going to record an album, but I do know that music is going to be part of my life still. So let's see what it will bring. And
well, guys, the studio door is always open. So whenever you want to come to the studio.
This is on camera, right?
It's on camera.
Okay,
you know, and yeah, you know, I really, I mean, I love Sade, and I think you also love her.
I love her.
And this kind of direction I would see you, because you're spiritual, you got an angel voice, a voice of an angel. So if I could sing like you, I would go this direction to record an album like Sade, something spiritual with nice live musicians. And, you know, so whenever you think about you want to do something, you got my number on speed dial, so just call me.
And thanks for the inspiration.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Oh, okay. Next one?
Yes.
Biggest show. Wow.
Oh. There were quite a big show.
Oh, this is a hard one, because with so many shows that we had, I just don't remember which one was the biggest, actually.
I think it was in my hometown. I mean, it was one of the first shows. I mean, we did Ziggo Dome. Which were like, I don't know, there were like 25,000 people.
I think more
even. Even more, right?
Yeah, you mean Ziggo Dome, yes.
With the radio station 538.
Yeah.
And we did many big shows. I mean, Germany, we did very big shows. Also 2025.
Australia, there were a lot of people there. I don't remember how much, but the big
also
stadium.
At least 20,000, 25,000.
Yeah. The one in New Zealand was, I think, the biggest.
Spark Arena, that was dope.
That was that was one, a really, really big one. But yeah, the biggest show, we had so much shows.
We even had a big one in your hometown where we are today. We're in Breda, and we had a big show here too.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it was also like 15,000 people. Or
it's so I just now I actually really want to know which one was the biggest one. My memory fades a little bit.
We're gonna find it out.
Yeah,
maybe share some of the footage from one of those particular shows. So
that's
that would be
cool.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I think, for me, I would say Ziggo Dome. Denmark was always a lot of people. And Germany, we had also like 25,000 people. Yeah. We were headlining most of the time there, which was also a privilege, because Too Unlimited has the most hits from the 90s. So that's a blessing. And
Vie Elsker?
Vie Elsner, that was Denmark, was also like 25,000.
Yeah.
So I think, we did, in those 5 years, we did... Let's say we did like 350 shows, something like this.
Like that, yeah.
A lot of shows. So we reach so many people all around the globe, a couple of million people. So
I actually want to start looking back and writing down every place that I've been.
Okay.
Like with a world map, and just pin everything off, because sometimes I just really forget.
It would be a nice book too. The Memories of Too Unlimited.
Another inspirational moment. Thank you.
I'll sign the publishing now. No, but yeah, because we've been through a lot of things and seen a lot. So
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Crazy to actually think about it. That there were so many shows and so much big shows actually.
For sure.
Also the small shows were really
oh yeah,
nice.
for sure.
We had a
If
lot of,
sometimes I had shows for 1,000 people, and it was also good.
yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna run to the next memo. Oh, it already fell out. The first show. Yeah, the first show that we did together. It was in 2006. I think it was August
16.
of 2016. Not too fast. It was in 2016, and around that time, Anita still had some shows that she was doing, but since the new shows was already with Kim, we started in Tallinn in Finland. That was the first show. You know, we didn't hardly know each other yet, so good. So it was, we were thrown to the water, and we just had to learn to swim. But I think it went pretty well. I mean, the first show it's a long time ago, but yeah, that show was a confirmation that Kim was the right singer for Too Unlimited. And yeah, after that we did the Ziggo Dome, and then it just went. You know, then we just the agenda was booked, and we had so many shows all around. And pretty short after that, we went to Australia already, because we went to Australia twice.
Like 6 months later.
Yeah,
6 months, no, 5 months after I started, I think. Yeah. So I just stepped on the roller coaster and just went all the way up with you guys.
All the way up.
Yeah. For me, the first show. Well, it's like I just said, it's been such a long time ago, but I do remember that I was very nervous. Also because it was a big deal, you know.
Sure.
From one day to another, I was the singer of Too Unlimited, and I just had to do the first show, and it was like, oh. But I think I did pretty well. I still had some stage fright.
Yeah.
Not really generally stage fright, but more I was just finding my way,
Of course,
on stage with you, with the music, just with the whole change of everything in my life. So I was still a little bit rusty.
Yeah.
But I think that it went really well.
Yeah,
it went really well.
And you grew very quick.
I grew very quick into my own identity, my own role. And the next show, the one from 538, that was Ziggo Dome, right?
Ziggo Dome.
I do remember that day also really well.
Yeah.
I placed them in the same category as the Tallinn one, because it was really short after.
That's true.
After each other. Also a lot of nerves. I was also really nervous.
Yeah.
But that was amazing. I think I felt more comfortable in that show.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing. It was just amazing. Yeah.
No, but also something good to know. Many people might ask, like, how do you get to know Kim? Well, it was in 2000. No, was it in 2015? I think.
No, I think earlier. It was around
2014,
13, 14.
Yeah, something like this.
Yeah.
I'm also organizing 90s parties, and for a party in Düsseldorf, I booked the Benga Boys. And Kim, the original singer from Benga Boys, I know for 20 years. She used to dance also for me for a project that I was doing. And so booked Benga Boys, and there Kim was not there, but there was another girl, Kim.
We're cousins.
And I saw her, and it was just like, at that time we were not looking for a new singer, because there was we didn't look for a new singer yet. No. But when I met Kim, there was something magical about her, something always stayed in my mind, and at the point that Anita said that she's going to leave the band because she wanted to do something else, then I was thinking about this girl Kim that I met at the Benga Boys. So via called some people, and then I got a number. We met actually here in her house. We met in the house, and then it went just quick, fast. So it was from the moment when I saw her, it was like, we're going to do something together. I didn't know what it was. And it was 5 years for Too Unlimited. So I was really happy that I met her there. And she just fitted straight in. So, very spiritual. And I just think that, that the universe just brought us together again. And
Definitely.
You know,
That is the funny thing, you know, when I was in lower school, is that the correct word, in lower school, I was a big fan of Two Unlimited. Like every year there were playback shows in my school, and every year
you perform like
I was
Anita.
the contestant. I was performing as Anita with like my schoolmates, Ray of Two Unlimited. And my favorite song back then was Maximum Overdrive.
Oh, okay.
I still even know the routine that we did on that song. It's so funny, and it's really beautiful to see how the universe like brings things back together, because I met the Benga Boys when I was in another group.
Yeah.
And then like 10 years later, Kim got pregnant, needed a replacement. So I was her undercover replacement for a short while.
Yeah.
And in these 6 months, I met you.
Yeah.
Life continues. And then a couple of years later, I pop up in your mind again. Like, hey, I met that girl, you know, like 3 minutes, we made a picture. And then life went on. And then 3 years later, it's like, oh, I met that girl. Maybe she could be the singer. And I was thinking to myself, wow, 25 years ago, I was playbacking Two Unlimited on stage with my classmates. And now 25 years later,
You're actually on stage. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, for the people who don't know, well, Kim used to be in a band, Dance Nation. It was quite successful back in the days. And I knew Dance Nation, but that was never the connection that I thought that was Kim. And afterwards, it was just like... and she was just part of Two Unlimited. I mean, in the history of Two Unlimited, Kim will always be there in the books because, you know, she brought a real good contribution, and I couldn't wish for a better singer next to me and the person that she is, and a beautiful girl, of course. And yeah, it just fitted straight in. So, you know, she's family for life. So, yeah.
Oh, so sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh. Nicest memory with Two Unlimited?
There were loads.
That's a tough question because I have a lot of nice, beautiful memories with Two Unlimited, definitely. But I think that the first thing that comes to mind is the moments that we were on tour and had so much backstage fun. And remember that you always brought your speaker, and you know, before the show and after the show, we would play some music. We had a little drink. We did our makeup, had some snacks, danced in front of the mirror. Sometimes the Benga Boys came with us in the dressing room and partied with us. And I think that these moments, really made me happy. Really, really were memorable. Just having fun with us.
The backstage fun.
The backstage fun. With us as a crew, but also with the rest, the other 90s bands. Also in between the performances, you know, when we're on stage, people are checking our show out, we're checking their shows, and then at the end we come together and just have a little party. Yeah, these moments were really nice for me. Yeah,
no, for me too. I mean, there's so many memories. The backstage moments for sure, but also the crew. We were quite tight crew, and, you know, we always went for dinner together, and yeah, we did some nice thing. We did some commercial for a bank in Norway, which was 2-day shoot. It was very long days. Was in Bulgaria.
Yeah, that was a really nice amazing one.
And we did a couple of interviews here and there. Of course, the meeting with fans around the world, like meet and greets that we did. But just, you know, as a team, just, you know, enjoying our success, because we had success wherever we came. I mean, there was never a place where people were not jumping up and down when we...
Definitely.
I mean, if some people weren't jumping up and down, then we made sure that the people were, you know, satisfied. We never left the place with nobody smiling.
Yeah.
We wanted to have everybody motivated to enjoy the party with us, because that's what we came to do. You know, we come to the shows to let the people relive the 90s. And I think we did a pretty good job. So
yeah, and I also really loved the interaction on stage between us as a group. You know, the audience, the crowd could definitely see that we always had so much fun.
Yeah.
We had fun with them, but we also had fun together on stage, like little wings here and there. You know, when something funny happened. So yeah, I think that's also really one of my memorable memories. Yeah.
Yeah, because Well, there's all the time when there's in one rap, it is, oh, it's get ready for this.
Oh.
And I always say, like, if I was an animal that kept me in cages, and we always had to smile because she's so against, animals in cages.
Go vegan.
So every moment when this lyric came, we always had to look at each other and we just had to smile, And it's just like, because we knew about, I wrote it before and it fitted in the thinking way of Kim. She's really aware of animals and the nature and all that stuff. So every time when they said, like, if I was an animal, they kept me in cages, so get ready for this. And then we just had to laugh. So, small little things, even with lyrics or...
And I have another one. I am Ray, I got the juice. I got the juice. That one always...
You always had to laugh.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, from the Magic Friend. Don't you stand there, let's get loose. I'm Ray, I got the juice. And we always had to laugh. I don't know where she was laughing about, but I was laughing because I know.
Yeah, never gonna forget that lyric ever again.
For sure.
Oh, yes.
I got one question. I think it's not on the paper, but it's something that I was really curious about. What is your favorite song to perform with Too Unlimited? It just came in my mind.
My favorite song. Can I pick two?
Yeah.
First one, Get Ready for This. Because, in that song, I don't really have a part, like a big part, but just the energy that comes from this song and the energy that comes from the audience while performing this song, plus the interaction that we have that song.
Yeah.
That one is one that I always looked forward to.
Yeah.
Like that, just the intro and the... I think that, when I'm in my 80s and I hear that tune, I will
still be jumping up and down.
I will still be jumping up and down and going back to this moment. This song really provokes something inside of my system. Yeah. So, I really, really loved to perform that song. Singing-wise, I think that I would pick Tribal Dance. Yeah, Tribal Dance, because that is a song that I can really give everything.
Show your voice.
Show my voice, but also for myself. I just, I love soft singing, but I also love to just scream it out. And I think that back when I was younger, that was also one of my favorite songs. And I also really love to perform that one.
Yeah, no, I can understand. I can imagine. For me, it's also still Get Ready for This. A lot of people, our biggest hit was No Limit, of course.
Yeah.
Was number one in 34 countries at the same time. A very big song, world hit, you can say. But it's not my favorite one to perform. It's definitely is Get Ready for This. Why? Because it's the first song I ever wrote. It's also a song that I wrote totally 100% myself. And just the energy, it's just like, we do it a little bit later in the show. But soon as the second, third song come, I'm already thinking about, I can't wait till Get Ready for This come, because the whole building, if it wasn't shivering and shaking around already, Get Ready for This is really the one that really let everybody jump up and down.
Crazy, yeah.
And then to stay in the same context, I think Jump for Joy, which normally we did as last, is also a song. It's most of the time the song that we stop with. And it got so much energy. And if you see like 10, 20,000 people just jump in, Jump for Joy, So those are my favorite ones to perform. But I also like, it's the third one, it's the secret one, but it's No One. Because No One is a totally different song.
Yeah.
It's not so high energy. And I think lyric-wise, it got also something to say, So, so those were my favorite to perform.
Nice.
2 Unlimited songs.
Well, thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. It's my turn, right?
Yeah.
Australia.
Oh.
Well, Australia. If I go a little bit back, like to the 90s, we performed there many times in Australia. We did 2 video clips. You guys saw that probably on the memories of the videos. We shot No One there in Port Douglas, and we shot The Magic Friend in the Pinnacles Wave Rock, which is west of Perth. So back in the days we already went, but now with Kim, we've been twice to Australia.
Yeah.
First one, we had a club tour, but a quite big club tour, where 3,000-4,000 people in the building. We were with Dr. Alban, with Real McCoy and Technotronic. It was a really was our first show. First tour in Australia.
Yeah.
And a couple of years ago, we did a real big tour, and it was with Aqua, Benga Boys, Blue, Bewitched. Yeah, so many people.
Yeah.
And that was a really great tour. We went to the koala bears. We went to this park in near Brisbane, and we had
we also had a boat.
Oh yeah, we had a
party.
boat party. That was very nice.
What was the big building in Australia again? Don't remember the name. Very famous building.
This rings, right?
Yes.
Oh. Was it in Melbourne, right? Or Sydney?
So. I forgot the name of the building, but it's so famous.
Yeah, well, we have to check it out.
The boat party.
Yeah, that party was really dope. It was beautiful weather, of course. We were with all the artists and with the promoter. He was a DJ. And we still got some pics from her, so maybe I will find some.
Yeah.
Australia is really, it's a long flight. It's like 24-hour flight.
Yeah.
But once you're there, it's worth it. And I cannot wait to be back. And I think Kim, if she get a chance, she will definitely also go there. And of course, New Zealand. It was the first time that I was in New Zealand with Kim. Back in the days, we never went. The people are so nice there. We had great food. People are so positive. And so that was a great tour, Australia. I love it.
Yeah, Australia was amazing. I think that, it was my first tour ever. So, I have beautiful memories. The first tour was, like you said, a little bit smaller than the second one. But that one also brought a lot of newness, a lot of joy. Sure. And I think what I really loved about the second one was that the crews it was more united.
Yeah,
it was more us with the other crews, the Out Here Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Aqua. Who were there again?
Benga Boys, of course.
Benga Boys, of course. Well, it was just like one big family.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun, and the shows were crazy amazing. It was hard and tough.
Oh, for sure.
The amount of traveling, going from city to city, and just like some shows were like every other day or every day. But I still really enjoyed the fast-paced moments that we had, and also the fun behind the scenes and just the shows in general. I think that New Zealand was also really surprising to me.
Very good.
Amazing show, amazing people.
Yeah.
And we actually stayed there one day longer to have some off days.
Yeah.
Fun and
She went to the park. I went to the shopping mall, like always. Wherever I go, I shop.
Wherever I go,
if people go
nature.
to Paris, they go to the Eiffel Tower, and I just go to the nearest shopping mall. I'm so cultural.
And I will go to the park
to
read a book.
Yeah. That's a nice balance, also.
Yeah.
So Australia, I hope to see you soon again. Cheers, mate.
Wait. Oh. What was it like to follow in Anita's footsteps? What was it like to follow in Anita's footsteps? Let me think about that question. Well, I think that in the beginning it was quite difficult for me. Well, difficult in the sense that, I was always a big fan of Two Unlimited. And for me, Two Unlimited was always Ray and Anita. That's how I knew Two Unlimited. That's how I grew up. And that's how everybody in this world knows Two Unlimited. So I think that for me personally, to get this chance, amazing, of course. But I did feel a little bit of pressure of becoming my own persona, becoming my own individual person in this group. I didn't want to be Anita. I wanted to be Kim. And in the beginning, I was managing and trying to step into my own role. But I think in general that I did pretty well. I always tried to stay close to my heart and close to myself, and knowing that what I was doing, that it was me. And of course, an honor an honor because I knew who I was replacing. I knew that she was the queen of Too Unlimited. I knew that it was a big role for me to fulfill. So it was mixed. It was mixed with my own personal things that I had to go through in order to become my own persona.
Yeah.
But it was also honorable. It was also amazing to be the girl, the woman that gets picked out of the 17 million people that live here in the Netherlands to do that, to fulfill that part, to fulfill that role. So it was mixed. It was mixed. But I think that, you know, as the time went by, that I felt more comfortable with myself, felt more comfortable in my role. And it became really positive. It became really positive. So how it was, I can only say that I feel positive about how I fulfilled that role. And
yeah, of course, in the beginning, there were also, of course, some negative people. Well, negative fans, which is normal. I mean, the other way around, it would be the same. Because, of course, you know, Too Unlimited was going full power in the 90s for 5 years. So one time I walk on the street and I was walking with Anita and this guy said, "Hey, I know this picture from MTV. I see it every day." You know, you two together, Anita Ray, you know, and so yeah, of course there were the diehard fans. It would be the same if I would leave the group and some other guy came to rap. But I think that Kim really filled her own shoes because, you know, you can never fill the shoes of Anita. It was a totally different person. She was strong also, image-wise and singing-wise and everything. And but I think it took a couple of months where some people that were positive straight away. And some other people didn't like it, which is of course normal if you put something down like this. So, but I think after all that, most of the people close Kim in their hearts, because even now I get so many nice messages, and herself too, of course. That people are really, who are in the beginning were not really convinced about Kim, were now really sad that you had to leave again. You know, so so she did it good. And I mean, in '91 when I met the producers and they asked me to write a rap for Get Ready for This. They never asked me to write something for a girl part. It was just a rap, and I always said like it was like God hold my pen, and I wrote a piece for a girl. Then I went to the producer. I said, "Yeah, I also wrote something for a girl. Anita I knew from Amsterdam, and I knew she was a good singer." And then, we just clicked together. And a couple of months after, we were #2 in the UK charts, straight like this. Then we had a relationship together, which didn't last too long because there was a lot of pressure, of course. There was a lot of groupies around, so, you know. But no, it's just like, you know... after that we became like a family too, and in 2016 she decided to stop with Too Unlimited. There was a lot of different stories about it, but you hear it now from the horse's mouth. Anita chose herself to stop with Too Unlimited because she wanted to do some other things, and respect to that. And don't ever get it twisted anymore, people. That's the real story, and you can say whatever you want, but that's how it went.
Yeah. I also have a question for you.
Yeah.
But first, I also got to say that this was the best time in my life that I could do Too Unlimited, that I could be in Too Unlimited, because I felt really strong and grounded in my personal being. You know, the negative feedback and the negative comments never really got to me. I never really took it personally because I could realize and I could understand how people would feel. I could totally imagine that it's so strange to just from one day into the other to see another person performing fulfilling a legendary role. So I never took it personally. And I think that when I was younger, you know, these kind of comments would really get to me. And now I felt really strong, and I was just like, okay, I respect and I accept that people feel like that, but I'm still here and I'm not going away. So I'm going to do the best that I can. But I have one question for you. How was it for you, you know, after all these years, after performing to Too Unlimited with Anita, you know, in the original place, how was it for you to start performing with me?
In the beginning it was a little bit awkward because I was so used to perform with Anita, and we started again in 2009. So we stopped in '96. In 2009 we started again. It was supposed to be one big show in Belgium, and then the ticket sales went to the roof, and then we sold even more. We sold 43,000 tickets in Belgium, and then after the show we looked at each other, was like, it was a one show, but why we just not continue? Yeah, and then we started to perform again, and that was for 5-6 years. In between, Anita got also sick in between, but don't want to focus too much on that. That's was really sad and hard for her to conquer this disease. But then after it went again, and we did a lot of tours. We also did like 300-400 shows. And by the time that we needed a new singer because Anita stepped out, it was also a little bit strange because I didn't know you so much, and I was so used of having Anita next to me. But it took a couple of shows, and then straight away it was there, like we didn't do anything else for years.
Yeah.
So pretty much, and I must give credit a lot to Kim about this too, because it's difficult to come into a group that's already existing like that time, 25 years almost, to just step into it and and just be part of the legacy, as I can say it. So but I'm happy that it went like this, and I think we both learned a lot. Me from you, you from me, and
definitely
everything around. So it's just a blessing. So it's kind of strange that we're sitting here now talking to you guys. And Kim already stopped.
Yeah, that's so strange.
Sometimes I wake up and I thought it was a dream, like whatever. But
and I'm so happy to see you.
Yeah. So
it feels like it's been a long time.
It's been a long time. We didn't see each other for not even
a
month, 5-6 weeks.
Yeah.
And already now it seemed that I didn't see her for like a half a year.
Yeah,
time flies. It goes quick. But we will see each other again in the future.
Definitely,
so, most definitely. All right, I see 2 more notes, so let me take one. And it says, Kimberly. Well,
me.
What comes in my mind? Well, I said already a lot of things, but Kim, as a person, I must say she's very spiritual. She's easygoing. She loves nature. She loves to sing, what I most definitely experienced in the last 5 years, all the time we were on stage. She's a warm person. She's just like almost like family. She's like a little sister. I can say little because I'm older, that I never had. So you can say it's a little bit like family. And just a person. I mean, the quality of our shows were always good. And she won a lot with her voice also, of course. Which, of course, a lot of people were a little bit doubting if she can really perform into Unlimited. And I think she proven herself. And I just looking back at a lovely 5 years. It went like a bullet train. It went so fast.
Yeah.
The first show I can still remember like yesterday. Then we did, we did a lot of nice things. And it's just a privilege to have worked with Kimberly Vergouwen. That's her fully name. And just happy to got to know you. And you're a part of my life. You were a part of my life, and you will always be in my heart. What I always said before. So
sweet.
That's Kim. One love.
Okay, thank you for that. Well, the last one. Surprising. Ray. Well, what can I say about Ray? Ray. First thing that comes to mind. Big personality. Big performer. Big aura. All positively, of course.
Okay.
But I also know that behind the bigness, there's a very sensitive and soft, small, tiny heart.
For sure.
I think you're very loving. I think you're a very sensitive person, very giving. On stage, you are like the bullet train, like so much energy, so much performance, so much aura, so much passion. And I think that everybody feels that and can see that. But besides that, also the small, sensitive person loves life, loves living a lavish life, loves the finer things in life, the good things in life, the cooking, the shopping, just enjoying and not thinking about what tomorrow will bring, or there's no scarcity there. There's no scarcity mindset there. There's just living life the way you feel it. Also very beautiful with your kids and with your girlfriend, with Sandra. And also besides you as a person, just was an honor to perform with you on stage. For me, it's a legendary moment in my life, actually, when I think about it. Going from lower school to performing with the real deal on stage in real life. That's something I will never, ever forget. And sometimes I even think about it, because now that I left, it's just, you can really recap and look back and like, wow, I actually really did that. It's so strange. It's so strange to not be doing it anymore, but just thinking about it, I actually did that. And also got a lot of responses, when I just started. Are you performing with Ray? Oh my God, I need an autograph. I need a signature from him. And yeah. So I think that is you.
That's more than I could wish for.
Good.
Well, it's empty.
It's empty. We did it.
Yes.
High five. This was a great conversation.
Yeah, it was nice.
Really enjoyed it.
All the people out there, the Two Unlimited lovers, which of course Kim is also a part of. On behalf of Kim, myself, I want to say thank you. Thank you for watching. And keep following Kim. She will probably come with some surprises in the near future, wherever that's going to be. But it's been an honor to work with Kim, and to all the people. Of course, we're going to continue with Two Unlimited. This will be revealed because we're going to come with a new singer. Ray, you cannot replace, so I will stay here if you like it or not. So we're going to make some more history because I'm not done yet. And Kim, well, thanks for the hospitality. Thanks for letting us in your little condo here in Breda. And yes, peace and love to everybody, man.
Yeah, and thank you so much for inviting me to this podcast. It was really a pleasure to see you again and to talk and just recap and think about all the things that we experienced. And I hope it's not the last time.
Oh, no, for sure.
It was a pleasure to have you in my house.
Yes.
And good luck with Two Unlimited, but also in your life and everything that you're going to do. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. It was a pleasure.
Two Unlimited Talk Show.
I wanna scream, I wanna jump for joy.